live and in color. We live. What's up? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Two Snaps and a Circle. I am Chevy.
And I'm Toya.
Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
But a big two. Oh, let's
go. Yes, like Toya just said, this is our 20th episode. And that's pretty fucking good if you ask me.
It really is for two people who just said, let's start getting on live.
And talk about movies and such.
Talk about movies and yeah. Okay, cool. And here we are, 20 movies later. Oh
wow, 20 movies. Yeah. Wow. I have watched 20 movies.
20 movies. Watched 20 movies. Some I've seen, some I've never seen. We sang, we danced, we laughed, we cried. We were confused. We hated, but
we haven't hated many, which is a blessing.
Which is a blessing that we can just say Crumpus. We can just say
Westworld.
You know, it's a blessing that we can say that, you know. And they were still a pleasure to watch in an odd way. Like
in a very odd way. Speaking of Westworld, did you realize that the guard soldier security guy from Westworld who found out that he was actually one of the people, one of the robots is a Hemsworth?
No.
He's the oldest one.
Really?
Yes.
No.
I saw him in a movie, or I saw it on Entertainment Weekly, and I was reading it. I knew his face, and I was like, oh, he's from Westworld. Then I read it, the oldest Hemsworth, and I said, the ugly Hemsworth. He ain't that ugly, but damn, I didn't know.
You're right. Well, see, I'm lying. I did know that. I'm lying. I did know that because I didn't know he was a Hemsworth. And so when I seen him, I think that's when you told me like it's an ugly one. And I was like, an ugly one. And then it clicked. I was like, I've seen him somewhere. And yep, you are. You're right. Yep.
He's He's a very popular actor as well. Just didn't realize that he was related to Chris.
Yeah. That has to be such a joy as a parent to like have all your children go off and be successful actors in the industry.
Yeah.
Successful.
Yeah, like the Skarsgårds.
Yeah. It's like, okay, y'all just toe the game down. Let's go. We'll do the day.
He's still acting too. Like they all just doing their thug thizzle.
Right. Oh, maybe that we were talking about like doing sibling movies, but maybe that's the version of siblings that we could do. We could pick a family and watch their films.
Yeah, that would be good.
There's plenty of them.
It is plenty of them.
Plenty of family.
The Baldwins, the other ones.
Right.
The
Cusacks. Wow.
Those two sisters, the one who was in Carol and the one who was on Cards. I don't know their names.
Me either. The Hanks family.
The Hanks family.
Tom Hanks, his son X.
Like in some scene.
What is his son in? What is Tom's son? Tom Hanks' son in? I don't know. I have to look it up real quick. But yeah.
The Russells.
The Russells.
The Wyatt Russell. Who else? Who else are siblings or families?
His name is Colin Hanks. What has Colin been
in? Oh, Colin! Yes.
You know Colin.
I know him. Because he don't really...
Well, Chet unfortunately ain't been in nothing, but
Colin, yes, he has. Oh, and the Quaid son, Dennis Quaid's son, is on the
yes.
What's her name? Goldie Hawn and her daughter.
Right. Look at that. I like that. I know we usually talk about this at the end of the film, but it just came to us. It's the energy from the 20th episode. It's all.
You know, we try.
He was doing a lot of stuff.
Who, Colin? Give me one.
Yeah, he was the He was the adult Alex in Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. He was
Oh, he sure was.
Yep.
Sure darn was.
Yep. He was on a lot of TV shows. Come on, give me a movie. Jeez, I'm not finding anything. Have you ever seen Orange County with Jack Black?
No.
House Bunny with what's this
I
girl?
have.
Nina Ferris. She was in that. Oh, he was Preston in King Kong, the 2005 one. I believe he was like, I think he was like a PA to Jack Black or something like that. He was part of the film crew, if I believe correctly, or like the assistant.
Oh, that King Kong.
Yeah, that King Kong, the old one.
Allen. I mean, no, that's not the right one. The one when they did the remake. That was the remake.
Yeah, that was the remake.
Yeah, okay.
Where they went to when
it took him
New York and all that.
Came back.
Yep. He was in that film.
What up, Clark Nude?
What up, Clark Nude?
With it.
Adrian Brode. But how are you feeling?
I am great. I'm happy to be off work today.
Tell me about it. Yeah, because
stupid people.
Stupid, silly, dumb people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You said it, and I'm tired of them. And I wish today was Friday, but I couldn't have Thursday, so I can't have Friday yet. So
that's how it. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
If you skip Thursday, then you skip 2 snaps.
I know, right? Like Thursdays became like a time where it's like, It was so funny. My friend today, she was like, "Let me go ahead and go do my thing so I can come back and watch my shows." I was like, "Girls, what's your show?" She was like, "My girls, 2 snaps in the circle." I'm like, "Oh, somebody's show." She said that is how she gets her movie news. I was like,
"Oh my God, really?"
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
It really is.
She was like, "That's how I get my movie news." I'm like, "Well then, girl, you better make me back."
Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so
beautiful.
Just clumped a little bit. I've been watching a lot of Nanny, so I'm watching Nanny a lot.
Did you see the meme about that the other day where they said the Nanny in I never watched the Nanny. I never watched that show. And they said it was basically the same as Fresh Prince. Like it's the same storyline. Like
I mean, how?
I don't know. I didn't look at the other memes. I just kind of like laughed at that and then just kept it moving because I never watched the Nanny. So then I had this moment where I was like, I'm not gonna get it. So I just kept scrolling.
I don't get it. But okay. I mean, I guess. But I don't get it. But yeah. What's up, Bash?
What up, Bash? Oh yeah, Bash Wager was the one who said this is how she gets her movie news.
Well, girl, are you in for a treat? I have a lot today.
That is so funny. Yeah, even though I'm really geeked and excited to be here right now, earlier I was feeling it. I just was tired and just, I don't know, man. I've been practicing like eating breakfast and then like having a lunch and just like trying to really get in 3 meals that make sense. And at first I thought it was because I ate like fast food a couple times. And I was like, oh man, fast food is just like tearing me down. But it really is eating in the middle of the day or me eating anytime between like 2 and 5 o'clock is really it just puts me in itis.
Oh wow.
Because today I ate something fairly healthy and I was watching TV and before I know it, I was like,
it was like you ate a Luther burger.
Yeah, it was like I ate a Luther burger. So I'm like, what is this? So I always joke about, and my friends always joke about my ages. Sometimes it catches up with me. Sometimes I'm like, I'm invincible. I don't feel my age. And then it's times like that where it's like, dang, I can't even eat lunch without getting itis. I can't have a midday meal before at 7, 8 o'clock. I'm going to actually get sleepy.
Oh my.
What is my body telling me? Bitch, go to bed at 9:30. Stop staying up till 12, 1 in the morning. That's the problem.
I can only do that like 2 days a week now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we're going to do when we go to our secret location.
Girl, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
What are we going to do? We already going to be dealing with the time difference and then the activities that we're going to be filling our days up with. I already told myself, I was like, one of them days I'm gonna try to sleep for 24 hours. I was like, but no, because what's gonna happen?
But I was gonna try to do that too. Like, let's just go and experience the world.
24 hours. I was like, but no, because the next day I'm gonna be gone.
Sleep till 4 o'clock.
Sleep till 4 o'clock. They were like, we tried to wake you up and you just
wouldn't get up. You just wouldn't move. You wouldn't do anything.
We just had to make sure you was breathing. Like,
yeah, we thought you was not alive no more. We didn't know what to do.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Awesome. Well, I guess
y'all ready?
Into it.
Y'all ready? Because it's about to go down. I have a lot of things to talk about, guys. So let's get it started on this 20th episode. Y'all ready for movie news? Movie news. Yeah. All right. So first off, I have the schedule of the DC Comics movies that will be releasing in the near future. We have a Suicide Squad that will be releasing on August 6th, 2021. The trailer has already dropped and it will be releasing on HBO Max. The Batman is scheduled to release on March 4th of 2022.
Geeked about that.
Black Adam starring The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. I don't know.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'm not saying all of that. It's The Rock for me.
Right.
Will be released on July 29th of next year. The Flash will be released on November 4th of next year. Aquaman 2 will be released on December 16th of next year. And I was about to say, not what I saw. Shazam will be released on June 2nd of 2023. All these dates are contingent upon whatever we going through now. So
being in the middle of a pandemic.
Yes. So for all the Marvel people in the room, please put your hand up. Shang-Chi trailer dropped on Monday or Tuesday, one of those. And it was amazing. I don't know that man, but I really like him. I don't know his life. I got a little education yesterday on GFT Radio, just to keep in mind, guys. I go live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. at GFT Radio to discuss The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Next week, we will be discussing the last episode that premieres tomorrow on Disney Plus.
Hey.
So I got a lot of information about that show and what it's about. And it's about these 10 rings that are basically like the Infinity Stones. And if you wear them, you have the power that they have in them. And yeah, it's an Asian film. It's starring Asian actors. They're doing a lot of practical stunts, which basically means they're doing them for real. And it looks really cool. And I'm really excited to see it, even though I don't know what the hell it's about other than what I saw in that trailer and what I was told yesterday. But I'm definitely here for it. And from what my understanding of is, it's supposed to open up for the new like Avengers and such.
Yeah, the fight scenes look crazy. Like, and then when you find out the practical part, it's practical stunts and they're performing the stunts, you're like, wow. Because it's like this really cool part where a guy like flips a knife out of somebody's hand and he catches it like on the right part.
Yeah, he said he had to do that 175 times.
And he said, and a lot of gauze. I was like, so bro man caught the blade.
Yeah, he was catching it all every which way until it was the right way.
Until it was the right way. Pay me. I need my check now.
He should have been like, what's his name? Tony Todd, and been like, every time I catch the blade, y'all pay me extra.
Pay me extra.
He probably didn't do that. If you watch Downton Abbey, the second Downton Abbey will be premiering on Christmas Day this year. I don't know anything about it, but if you like it, watch it. I mean, this is for you. It's not for me. Production has begun on the new Flash film. And Michael Keaton, my favorite Batman, will be returning to play Batman.
Yes, that is so exciting to hear. I love me some Michael Keaton. That's gonna be good.
Yes, speaking of Batman, the Batman film starring
Who's that?
Edward from the
Mm-hmm.
Twilight film will have a spin-off um focusing on Jim Gordon. I believe he's the police man.
Oh yeah, he's the lieutenant
Yes, the
or
police guy.
commissioner.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I have some sad news to relay to you guys. Amazon has canceled the Lord of the Rings TV show that they were going to do. It's so sad. I
Dang.
really wanted to watch that, but it's now canceled. Can you look up Olivia Colman for me,
I
please, on
sure
IDMB?
can.
As she looks that up, Olivia Colman is in talks to be a part of the cast for the new Marvel series Secret Invasion, and Emily Clark from Game of Thrones has been cast in the new Marvel show
Yes.
Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. I got it.
What is something that Olivia Colman has been in that we would know?
She was Queen Elizabeth on The Crown. If you watch that for the 2019 and 2020,
Oh,
she was also like she played a voice on Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends for the UK. For the UK. It's a lot of UK. It's a lot of TV shows. She was on Drunk History. That's pretty cool.
Drill know who she is. Drill know who
Uh-oh. Let me
she
get
is.
deep down into her. Nothing's popping out to me, to be perfectly honest.
Well, hell,
Doctor.
she's an actress. She does movies.
Yeah.
Somebody knows her. The
Yeah.
Crown. There you go. The Crown. I only
That's
use
enough.
Emilia Clarke. Is that how you say her name? Emilia Clarke. She
Oh,
only
yeah.
known from Game of Thrones. She the dragon lady.
Yeah,
So
she was on Hot Fuzz. She was Doris.
oh, she
in Hot
sure
Fuzz.
damn was.
Yep. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
She surely was.
Yep.
If anyone watches Ted Lasso, starring Jason Sudeikis, the season premiere of season 2 will happen on July 23rd.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Hilary Duff will star in How I Met Your Father, a spinoff of How I Met Your Mother. Clark Note, how do you feel about that? Are you excited to see that? Because I know you really liked How to Get Away, not How I Met Your Mother.
I was like, how to get away with murder? That's a funny one.
There's a lot of words.
Yeah, it is. It's right up there. I'm like, TV titles that have TV show titles that are long like that. It's interesting.
Oh, it's all the same. It's no different. Everything is all the same.
Yes, Hilary Duff.
Hilary Dizuff.
Duh.
If you believe you got a picture perfect plan. Theme song from the Hilary Duff show. I don't know. Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire. Yeah.
How can I remember the theme song and not remember the name of the
show?
I don't understand. I don't understand it. The people have spoken, and so has LeVar Burton. So he will host the Jeopardy from July 26th to July 30th. Support your Black people. Watch Jeopardy.
You already know.
Do we have any Castlevania fans in the house? I know I am a fan of Castlevania on Netflix. The final season, the fourth and final season, will be premiering on Netflix on May 13th. I am so excited about this because it's such a good show. Pepper, stop it.
Don't you do it, Pep.
Please. Yes, so Castlevania.
In my Santana voice. Carisha, please.
All right. So does anyone like Mindhunter? I know I do. Do you like it, Toya?
I've never watched it, but heard
Mindhunter is a show about the FBI when they first started creating a division of investigators or psychologists who would learn and understand serial killers so they can catch them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great show.
It sounds like it. I've always heard great things about it. So
it's really good. But the unfortunate part is last January they said that they were canceling the show. But David Fincher just signed a deal with Netflix.
The
so
director.
they
Yes.
Yep. So now they are in talks with David Fincher Netflix to create a season 3 of Mindhunter. So I am excited about that because they kind of left it on a cliffhanger, and I was kind of sad that, you know, they
Well, with that said, I'm gonna have to look into it because David Fincher is one of my favorite directors.
Oh, I don't care if they never put out the show. You should still watch the show. It's
really... I'm definitely yes.
And the casting for like the serial killers was really, really, really spot on. All right. Any Dave fans out there? Dave, you know,
Dave. Dicky. Yeah, I like Dave.
Season 2 premieres on June 16th, and I'm so excited because I really, first of all, FXX makes some really good shows.
They do.
Really good shows. Like, what's that one that had the guy from She's Not That Into You? It was a show with him and Eric Andres, my ex-boyfriend, or something like that. It was a really good show too. But yes, it premieres on the 16th of and I believe they left us on like a, you know, he had broke up with his girlfriend and they fell out at the wedding, and I was on her side, and Devin was like, nah, because, and I was like, nah, because, and I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of see. Okay. But nah, because I really liked them. So I hope they get back together. But yes, I'm excited for that show because I'm okay with Little Dicky after watching the show. Like,
he's actually not a bad rapper at all.
No, and the show is really, 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 really good. Yes. All right, so guys, there is, if you didn't know, now you know, there is a Fairly Odd Parents live action reboot that will start filming in June.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just put it right out there for you guys to hear with your ears. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. I don't know if we need it or want it, but it's happening.
But it's happening.
And I believe that Stacey always liked to just say that the creator of Fairly Odd Parents is from Highland Park. Maybe it's not Fairly Odd Parents, but she always liked to throw that out there. So maybe that is correct. I don't know. I'll do my research at a later date. This is breaking news. Disney and Sony have struck a deal to add Tom Holland's Spider-Man films to Disney Plus and Hulu. They will be available on Hulu in June. In addition, Sam Raimi's 3 Spider-Man films and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man film will be on Disney Plus potentially in December. There is no date yet for the Tom Holland Spider-Man's release on Disney Plus though yet. So we'll see.
We'll see.
In addition to Spider-Man news, Dr. Octopus will return in Spider-Man No Way From Home, played by the actor who played him in the Sam Raimi universe, Alfred Molina.
Yes, I like him.
Yes, he did a good job.
He's a very good actor.
Keeping it rolling with the Marvel news, Doctor Strange 2 has wrapped, and it will be Marvel's first horror film.
What?
I wanted to see your reaction.
Hold on. Okay, Doctor Strange is... Yeah. Okay.
And Elizabeth Olsen is the Scarlet Witch, and she will be the main villain in the film because she doing stuff that she ain't supposed to be doing, and it's gonna be a horror film. And Elizabeth Olsen herself said it gives you like an old horror film vibe. So I'm definitely excited to see that for sure.
Yeah, I might even have to what? Okay.
And speaking of horror, I was talking about this last night because I thought the trailer was going to drop this week, and I was so freaking right. The trailer for A Conjuring 3 dropped today.
Wow.
The devil made me do it. Based off a true story, like all the Conjuring films.
Scary.
And I can't wait to see it. I watched the trailer and it is not terrifying, but it's definitely a little bit scary. So I am ready to see it. We shall see what happens with it, but I am ready to see that film. The trailer looks really good. Next, we have more Marvel news. Russell Crowe has confirmed that he will be playing Zeus in the new Thor film. And also, they have been dropping a lot of pictures and stuff for that film. And I am just, I love Thor, so I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I love me some Thor too.
There is a Parasite television show in development. The
Parasite.
The film, Asian film that won the Oscars last
Oh,
year.
really?
There's a
Yes, I
TV show
enjoyed that film.
in development at HBO, and it's going to be an original story.
Really?
So, yes.
I'm with that.
What's up, Stacy?
What up, Stace?
Apple acquires #1 on the call sheet, a document series about pioneering Black actors. And Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart are producing it.
Okay.
So, and some other people too. But yeah, so that's going to be good. Also confirmed by Netflix, there will be new seasons of You and Cobra Kai dropping this year.
Let's go, You. We're ready because the way you left us.
So I got a little bit left, y'all. 2 things actually. Teaser trailer for the next season of Dexter dropped today. It's a tease.
We talking about like 30 second, 20
I think it might have been 15.
15? I was going to start with 15, but I was like, nah.
I think it might have been 15.
Dang,
but yeah, teaser trailer dropped, so maybe it's time for me to revisit that. So maybe after I finish The Nanny, I will finally try. Oh, God, it's going to be so damn stressful. But I will try to rewatch all the seasons of Dexter and watch the last 2 episodes. Oh, God.
Taking you through the motions.
I don't want to do it. Finally, last but not least, unfortunately, we may not be getting the next season of Stranger Things until May of 2022. Kids gonna be grown.
22?
Yes.
Kids gonna be grown as hell.
Grown.
Caleb already walking around, the real the black boy. I believe that's his real name. Yes. He's already walking around with the mustache and the little.
But he's the oldest.
He is the oldest.
So he been grown. He been driving and everything. When I went to Emerald City Comic Con in 2019, that boy was basically grown because he was up there talking about how he got his license and he about to graduate and all that. Right. So he been grown.
Because I was looking at 11 in whatchamacallit.
I feel like that girl is a dingbat. She be saying some stupid stuff in interviews.
She is like her talent is acting, and it kind of just stops right there.
Yeah, like she seemed like
she doesn't be the person that like says dumb like.
Well, she said she didn't know what prejudice meant while they was in an interview, or she didn't understand what it meant, and everybody like Caleb and the other little boy with the curly hair, it was like, what? They was just like.
Girl, get your life. You're the only woman like, well, no, it is the redhead. I forget her name, but like everybody knows 11. Girl, get your life. She is a bit of a dingbat. I feel like I have seen like a little super cut of her just
dingbat. People don't say dingbat. People don't say that no more.
I heard, yeah, like obviously dingy and yeah.
Yeah, I thought people said that. What's up, GFT Radio?
GFT Radio.
We just finishing up. Movie news. I'm getting good at that.
But she uses a lot of 80s slang. So for those that are watching The Circle, which is a show on Netflix, it's a reality TV show where it's the opposite of Real World, where you have a group of people having basically living through a chat room and virtually, right? But you cannot see each other. You are only using your voices, your names, and your profiles. And so you can go in as yourself or someone else or a different version of yourself. You choose what you'd like. And someone said, like, introducing, they said, like, y'all, what's the 411? She's like a a young, early 30s mom from Brooklyn, and she's like, "What's the 411?" So of course, her saying it out loud, it's like I can dig it. Like it is kind of old school, but then everybody else is like in their mid-20s, like peculiar. Because who says what? Who asks what's the 411? That's very 90s. You're giving me very early 90s hip hop 411. Like I swear she's not herself. She's not herself. She's acting as her husband as a single dad, and she is messing it all up. Like every turn, this one girl's like, "That's not the way a man would behave. That's not thing." And she messing it all up. So yeah, Dingbat does give off a bit of the 80s slang, a little bit. But hey,
I didn't know.
What we gonna do about it? Right. When I hear 411, I always think about Mary J. Blige. Like
yeah, like real love. I'm searching for real love. That's what I think about because that's what the album is called. What's the 411? Who says that?
What?
If somebody walked up to me and was like, "What's the 411?" I'd be like, "What?
What? You need 911? You sure?
You need to call your cellular provider for the 411."
If that's what you're really looking for.
Ooh, that's funny.
Anyway,
that's
so
funny. Oh man. So we are here. We just got finished with movie news. If you're just jumping in, we are here to talk about a movie about some little dudes, and they're called the Giants. Okay,
yeah. Dude and dudettes.
Dude and dudettes.
Do that. Just do that. Just
that's some damn 90s.
No, that's some 90s shit for your
You just took it back to Full House on my ass. Ages showing. Our ages are showing.
I don't give a damn because this movie came out in 94 anyway. So
oh shit.
This movie came out in 94 anyway. I was trying to figure out when I actually first saw this movie and I couldn't figure it out. I don't believe I seen it when it first released, but I definitely seen it before 96, 97. I know that for a fact. I had to. I
think we went to the movie theater to see this. I think me, Devin, and Brandon went to the movies to see Little Giants. I do believe so.
That's
but that could be wrong. It was 1994. I was fucking a child.
A child. I love it. I love it. I hit you. I don't give a damn. I was 9. And that's how I know I didn't, because I don't remember seeing all the movies during that age, like 9, 10, 11, 12. I feel like I remember when I went to the movies to see a film, and it was very rare. Maybe explains why as a teenager, well, I mean, and that's probably just part of being a teacher, why I stayed at the movie theaters, why we stayed at somebody's Star Theater, why we were always there at the release of a film. Because when you were a kid, your parents don't take you to the movies that often.
No, my dad used to take us to Fair Lane. You remember?
I love that.
Before they put the Star, it was a movie theater in there, and it was a restaurant in there. They had golf games in the restaurant, and my daddy used to take us every weekend to that movie theater until they opened up the Star Southfield, and we used to go there every weekend. Girl. I saw Spice World in that movie theater. That used to
really,
yes. Yeah, because I saw that in the movie theater.
I know you did.
The day it came out, me and my cousin, we went to go see it. We was right there not front row, because you can't really see the movie in the front.
All right.
But we was right there. We was there. Yeah, but I remember because there used to be these long corridors to get there. And then they closed it, and it was closed for a long time, and then they opened up the Fair Lane.
And they finally, and that's when it got crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, if you from Detroit and you want to show your age, talk about that Fair Lane movie.
I'll talk about the the Dollar Show.
Yeah, or the Dollar Show, because the Dollar Show does not exist anymore. But I've actually never seen a movie in there because it's too far away from my house, so I never went.
That is really far.
There used to be a Dollar Show in Dearborn by the Chuck E. Cheese that we used to go to.
Wow.
Yeah, it's where a hotel stands now. But we used to go there, and that used to be our Dollar Show that we
went to.
Ooh, I'm old.
Yes. Talk about it. And I mean, like, and really watching this film, Little Giants, gave me all of the nostalgia, like
Oh,
all the
Northwest.
yes, Northwest. Bro,
Northwest.
he taking it back. GFT Radio taking it back.
We used to walk up there. I saw Godzilla there. I saw Scream 2 there.
Dang.
GFT Radio, Reggie used to take me and Devin there all the time when we were kids.
Dang.
We used to walk up there because I used to stay up the street from there. We used to walk up there.
Right. Yeah. I didn't get to the west side until I was older. So by then we were just going to Fairlane or Star Southfield and stuff like that. So I never got a chance to, you know, take in all of those moments. Unfortunately, I had Beacon East, which was across the street from Eastland. I had the Dollar Show that we went to a lot, and that was about all. And then and sometimes we would and Star Gratiot. So I'm an East Sider, so we stayed on the East. So that's how I go.
Well, we just took it back.
We did, but
bottom of the map. We took it back to the bottom of the map.
But Little Giants, if you didn't know, it came out in '94. It is a comedy, family, sports film. As you all know, we are doing sports film this month, and simple. It's very simple forward. It is very straightforward. Right, Lord have mercy. It is just straightforward. A group of misfits formed their own opposing team to an elite Pee-wee football team coached by the elite team's coach's brother. That was a bit of a tongue twister. It is starring Rick Moranis, which you maybe know him as the amazing dad from
Seymour.
Kids. You maybe know him as Seymour, as we did earlier. Little Shop of Horrors. It also stars Ed Neal. They're both the O'Shea brothers. It's a way that you probably never
Al Bundy, if you don't know.
Al Bundy, because you never seen him like this
or before. What was his name on Modern Family? Because
I don't know his name on Modern Family. Let me look it up real quick. But yeah, it's like familiar people. You know these people. You're seeing them in their young days, and it's beautiful. Jay Pritchett.
Yes.
Jay yes. From
Modern Family.
Yes, my man
is crazy. As long as Modern Family was on, I still know him as Al Bundy.
Al Bundy, straight up. And then from there, you know, it's just a bunch of child actors that I don't think a lot of them,
except for Devin Sawa, Mr.
Devin Sawa, right? Which we know him from
Final Destination.
Final Destination. Yep, and just being an overall heartthrob, you know, just opened my young, my eyes as a young Black girl into like, white boys can be cute.
You know who did that for me though? You know who? Paul Rudd in Clueless.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Paul Rudd.
I definitely had a crush on Paul Rudd for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then Devin Sawa also played the voice of Casper. Come on now.
Oh my God, he was Casper. He sure was a little Casper, but he also was not the voice. He came to life.
He did, right? Because again, for real. When I was like young, I'm talking about like 5, 6, kindergarten. My first crush was this white boy, blue eyes, blonde hair. He was only there for a short time. Now I'm thinking about it, he may have been like one of the teacher's sons, and he was just there for a day, and then like I never seen him again. Now that I think about it, like where'd he go? But definitely my young preteen era, like Devin Sawa was, you know, him, JTT, like
yes, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, yes.
Baby girl, you know I had they posters. You know I had got the little what's the magazine called? 14 or something like that. Like
one of them, all of them.
Yes, when I was Casper, I was like, Gary, you better kiss him.
Yeah, Devin Sawa was definitely rocking all the films back in the day.
He was the one. But yes, it is just a coming of age film. I mean, the music,
at least for Becky anyway.
At least for Becky. For you know, it's so funny that, you know, last week we were talking about League of Their Own, and we realized the story. Well, at least I realized the story trope in it, and we discussed that a little further. And we walk right into Little Giants, and it is about siblings.
Two brothers.
The two brothers, the O'Shea brothers. You got the the handsome, athletic, brooding, just
Kevin.
Kevin, a man's man, a boy's boy,
Yeah. And then you got little Danny.
And he got little Danny, like not even Daniel, Danny, Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Daniel at all? Do we know? We don't know.
The only person that called him Daniel was the woman.
Thank you, Rail, for the subscription. Yes.
20. We're celebrating 20 episodes, y'all. So our energy is just about to be just like off the hinges because we're just happy about that.
Yes, we are. Yes.
But yeah, I think the only person, because of course you have love interest. You have to have the love interest. And what was her name?
Patty.
Yes. She was the only one. No, she called him Danny too.
Yeah, nobody called him Daniel.
Yeah, nobody called him Daniel. So yeah. And we just start off with them as young boys. And
they could have called him Dan to make him seem older, because that's what people call my daddy, because his name is Daniel. So they could have called him Dan, but they kept calling him Danny for his whole life.
They just kept him with the Danny. Like I said, these they both knew their place. And as much as Danny tried to get out of, knowing his place, he unfortunately was always put there. And, the film starts off with the classic captains picking the teams. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And, just calling him by his little boy name. That was his name. I'm sorry. He gonna be Danny.
But I feel like
we could have called him the other O'Shea brother, because
right.
Because low key, I wouldn't be surprised if people in a small town didn't even call him Danny. I mean, that they were at least a bit respectful, and like the other brothers.
But that's the thing. I think because like they grew up there, they all knew both of their values. And I mean, I'm not trying to go deep into like the story because we still at the beginning, but like even where they got Spike and he's the new neighbor, they're both of the older men are calling both of them to give them an opportunity to get there, because they saw the value in both of them. It's just that Danny took the back seat to Kevin because that's what he felt like he needed to do, because his brother never chose him. You know what I'm saying? It was like out of formality, our names are going to be on the water tower one day, but he knew that was never his intention. And so, unlike Kit from League of Their Own, what I realized about Danny as an adult, he didn't feel bad about himself.
No,
he didn't have a low self-image of himself. Seymour did not have a low self-image.
No, not at all. He was okay with it. He really, just like you said, I don't want to go too deep, but like I believe that he wanted his brother's like approval and love and admiration.
But he also didn't understand why his brother always treated him the way he treated him, because he never gave him a reason to. They were so different. He could have been, you know what I'm saying? He could have been something for his brother, but he never Kevin never gave him a chance to be that.
And that's what I was confused about, like knowing I've seen this film tons of times. All right. So in the opening, that's what I immediately started thinking about. I'm trying to figure out, like it's the standard, like big bro, I got to bring my little brother with me or whatever. But when he doesn't pick him and he just tells him like, bro, you just got to accept, like, I'm better than you. And this is how it goes. But look, he tells him, like, you see that water tower up there? One day it is going to say the O'Shea brothers. And he kicks it off and it makes you feel like, wow, maybe.
Yeah. It makes you think that, like, but then when you see it later on, it's like, oh, that asshole. You know what I'm saying? It's like
clear as day. Only Kevin O'Shea, football great. That's all it says. That's all it says. Like,
and then we go straight into football tryouts. We go straight into the tryouts of all the kids in the town trying out for the football team. And the best player out there is a girl, and you think that, the uncle, that Kevin is her uncle, and you find that out and you think, oh, cool, her uncle supports her.
Yeah.
Especially in that time, you like, oh, cool, her uncle supports her. She's taking the biggest hits. She's the best player out on the field. It's going to be so validating when she makes the team, right?
Yes. Watch your ass.
But no.
He
doesn't pick her.
Man, he went out his way like that.
Not to pick her.
He says, this is gonna be the backbone of the team. And it's like he's looking right at her.
Yes, looking right at her.
But he was looking through her and behind her, because he picks the little asshole behind.
Did you hear what that boy said? If you hot to squat trot, then you gotta squat.
What? Yes. I was like, oh man, is it some sexist moments in this movie?
Oh my God. I was like, excuse me, little boy.
You don't talk to people like that. Who talks
that? Explicit language, sir.
It really was. Imagine how many kids went home with that. Like,
yeah, like, you hot to
try. Let me see that squat, because you hot to try.
But you're also introduced to all the other characters in this scene, all the other kid characters, like Rad Tad and the black boy who got sticky fingers, and
Hanan.
the fat boy who
what's his name? Is it Murphy?
I think so.
Yeah, Murphy. You rang. That was my favorite. And I mean, honestly, everybody's favorite, the kid Jake, like the nerdy, like just, man, you could just break his, you just push him and you just break his whole body. Like, right. His mom is like a hypochondriac type vibe, where it's like, whatever he needs, I give it to him,
Right.
But he was also kind of like a reflection of Danny. Like, I know my place. I know I'm just a little twerp. Oh my God, I'm going real nice. No, I don't give a damn. He was a little twerp and he knew it.
Yeah, I just saw like a lot of Nickelodeon shows in my head when you said twerp. Like,
this is Doug.
Oh yeah, because Roger. That was his favorite word.
Yes, you little twerp. You little twerp. But it's the misfits. It's the ones nobody.
I literally wrote that in my notes. All the little misfit toys. Like, I wrote that when they were recruiting for their team. Like, but what was killing me is like, so after the scene where they pick the players for the Cowboys, they show Kevin and his wife and his two daughters, because this family was not blessed with boys, right?
Yeah.
But Kevin is a football player.
Yeah.
And
that legacy.
So that legacy who can carry it? You know what I'm saying? It kind of remind me of like Kobe, and the fact that he has all daughters. So he had to teach them how to play basketball, because who the hell else was he gonna teach?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So excited when she picked up a ball, because I know he was like, yes.
Because who the hell you think taught Danny how to play football? It wasn't her daddy.
It sure wasn't.
And that's probably why I hurt her even more than her uncle didn't pick her for the team, because the uncle is who taught her how to play.
Come on now. He had to know what that was going to do to her.
And he didn't care. And the reason why is because she was a girl. And, the mom is funny, because she reminded me of the mom from Mary Poppins, because she knew what was up. She was like, I'm going to let you find out on your own.
Yep. You just gonna have to learn on your own, because and then what we find out also, what continues to play in Becky, aka Icebox, or the Icebox role as a wanting to play football, loving football, is that she is just missing what we typically hear from the vice versa. Like, oh, you're missing a father's love. What we're finding out for her is that her mom left when they were, at a young age. Like, she just did. like just the mom who didn't want to be a mom and was like, peace, I don't want to be with Danny. I'm good. And I don't want to take care of this child. And so she's missing those, the womanhood, like the parts of growing up as a girl, and I mean, I'm not trying to speed through the story, but like I noticed that I think that's why she put her all into football, because it just came so natural. It just came so natural, especially with her uncle being who he was. And so like these misfits get together and they just kind of like, man, it sucks what happens to us. Like this, why I gotta be like this? And then Icebox comes up with the idea like, well, let's just start our own team. Like, let's just kind of do our own thing. And she reels her dad in, and he's at first like, he owns a gas station. He don't know nothing about football. Again, he knows his place.
Yep.
But his brother pushed him.
Yeah, his brother pissed him off.
He pissed him off. And so it's kind of like, you think I can't do it? Also, right. I can teach the kids how to pump gas, or I could study with them and teach them some skill or trade. But football, if we start a football team, that no, I shouldn't do that.
Right.
Basically.
But you know what? I just thought about something, because this is one of my things that I put in my notes is Kevin's life is not as great as he's making it out to be. Right. And I thought about it like this. You're a football player who's back at home.
Yep.
First of all.
Yep.
You were a Heisman Trophy winner once. But what happened? You own a used car dealership in your hometown and you cannot sell a car. You go to the diner in town when you can't sell a car and you talk to the old guys and you recant stories about your glory days.
And even they are like, hold on, last time I thought it was only 12 seconds left. No. I thought it was 3 seconds left. Fellas, it doesn't matter.
So there's lack in his life as well, because he never reached the epitome of success that he wanted to reach.
Period.
Now he's trying to relive his glory days by starting a Pee Wee League.
Mm-hmm.
So you have him there. And I feel like the real reason why this became a thing is because the old men sitting at that table was tired of him.
Yes, agreed.
So they said, let's just do playoffs.
Yeah, let's just, if we can only be one team to represent our town, well, let's just have these two teams go head up and let's see who's going to be the one.
Right.
And like we said, it's a small town. People know, everybody knows everybody. So if I was one of those old guys, I would have done the same thing. I would have instigated that as well, because this is what we all been waiting for. We've been waiting for Godzilla and King Kong to go head up. Like, this is what we all been waiting for. Yes, the O'Shea brothers, the battle we always wanted.
The question that I'm gonna ask you right now is the same question I'm sure they've been wondering since they was kids. Why is Kevin so selfish? Why does Kevin look at his brother the way he does? And they didn't give us enough information to answer those questions from the film, but that was always a question that stuck out in my mind. Like, what is his problem with his little brother? Like, what is the issue? Is he more human than he is? Is he more adaptable than he is? What is the deal? Like, why does he not want him to reach his best version of himself?
Right.
And because he's your younger sibling, like we was talking about last week.
Yeah. You think you want the best, you want good for
you want your younger sibling to do and be better than you are. That's why you're here. That's what your purpose is in a grand scheme of things. Right. So why is he trying to be the older brother that overshadows his younger brother? And why can't he never let his brother have anything?
Yeah. I don't think, obviously I can't answer that directly, but what my opinion would be that I believe it's just like something psychological. It's that narcissism where he just wouldn't allow it. And if it was, even when it was a moment of being like, hey brother, you'll have something, but it'll be shared and it'll be because of me. Like, everything ties back to me. It's not about, even if it's us, it's still about me. Who about me? And he played, man, Ed O'Neill did that role just
With the gum chewing and everything. Oh my God.
the gum chewing. I know his jaws had to be like done for. Like, give me a fresh piece. Give me a fresh piece. Because it's the way he chewed it. He kind of did like a Michael Jordan type of chew, like it's not like a up down. It was like a like a Bobby Brown crack jaw. Like what it is. Sorry, I've been drinking, y'all. It's the 20th episode. Why not? I think it's a psychological thing for sure, because it's like before you can even get started on something good, let me stop you right there.
Right. You know, like you my younger brother. You can't do shit, bro.
Yeah. Forget about it. Just like accept it. He just told him, like, just accept it. I'm better than you. It's just the way it goes. I'm bigger. I'm stronger. I'm faster. Like,
yeah, it was like, just deal with it.
Just deal with it.
But I'm glad he just didn't say, okay, you know, this is my final straw and it's all I can handle. I'ma just, you know.
Yeah, Stacey's stupid.
So my issue was, how the hell we gonna do this 2 Saturdays from today?
I couldn't stop thinking about it. Oh, Siobhan, I couldn't stop thinking about it. If there's one thing with films, is continuity and like timelines, and you're just like, how long was it? And I was like, 2 weeks. I'm sorry, even for the elite team, especially when they brought in Spike the day before. Right. Like,
but he had his own outfit. He had his own uniform, so he was ready.
Yeah, he was ready.
He had his whole. He had the legs. Parts,
he had all the pads,
whatever you call it, the leg pads and the shoulder pads and the helmet. He had his own football.
He had his own football cleats. He
was ready. His father was abusive.
His father had some. You want to talk about psychological? You want to go deeper? When that man whispered, "I massage his thighs at night with evaporated milk." I was like,
and why did Spike have he was one of them babies who slept with the bottle. That's why he had that silver tooth.
Yeah, I'm like, because you know, for when I was a kid, I thought it was so cool. Like, he got a gold tooth, he got a silver tooth.
A girl.
You know? But I realized, like, no, that's not a good thing.
No, that's because he slept with the bottle in his mouth and his teeth was rotted, child.
No, he did. And he ain't had no mama either.
Oh, he didn't.
He had no mama either.
Oh, I thought she was just in the house.
I don't think she was. I don't think he had a mother.
Oh, damn.
I don't think he had a mama. And yeah, he couldn't have had a mother, because that's what I loved about the film, the adult presence, you know, the parents that were there, and it obviously it's a family film, so they want to show you, you know, where these young children come from and why they are the way that they are. Like, it's because of the support that they have at home, or the lack of support that they have at home, you know.
It was also very interesting that 2 boys who could play sports moved into town at the same damn time.
At the same damn time, with single parents. With single parents. And so the aha moment. So the O'Shea brothers go head up. The old guys at the diner of like, yeah, convenient. have you know, pumped this up, and they've made it a big deal. And now it is like 2 Saturdays from now, they're supposed to have this huge playoff game. And Danny's over here with like his daughter, who's the only one can play.
Only one.
The only one who has a concept of football.
And the annexation of Puerto Rico guy, because he was just a genius.
He was, because the funny thing is, the only 3 people who were on the team were from it was only 3 people from the tryouts that didn't make it with Icebox.
Right.
Other
Everybody
than that,
else.
They went and pulled them off the streets. Like,
yeah, they really did. That was when they recruited for the Land of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, right.
I love the part where the boy is on the fucking horse and he says, "Do you like football? No.
No.
Do you want to play football? No.
No.
Okay, you can be on the team.
Sure.
And then he came. Like
He came. I'll be there. I'll come fuck with y'all. I'll come rock with y'all. And he came. And then it begins. And so, I mean, and it, they show the juxtaposition of, or the duality, I guess you could say, of like, oh, look at the team that's struggling, playing with equipment that looks like it's from when football was invented.
And then, but also look at the team who's not. But why are they practicing on the second level of the house?
Yeah.
to show defense techniques when they got a whole backyard.
I was so confused why he had them in his home living room, just like you said, on the second
level of the house.
His wife
as the guard, as the guard.
As the guard,
the defensive player. Defensive player,
like was icebox. I thought that was interesting as well. Like, so you see that, man, this team has the misfits. The little giants. They just don't. I'm not going to call them the misfits anymore. The little giants just don't have any chance.
Right. No chance in hell.
They have no chance. And
no organization, no structure, no skills. They argue every time they go in the huddle.
Oh my God. That was one of my favorite parts. It's just like the arguments. Like they didn't understand the concept of being a team and
nothing about it. Nothing about it at all. And he didn't understand the concepts of being a coach either.
No, he's just like, hey, y'all, don't argue.
I don't think he realized it until he had to cheer them up during the game, what a coach really means. What a coach
is actually there for, all the things that, because it was true when those real professional football players rolled up on him and he said it was 80%.
What, John Madden?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When he said it was 80% mental and 40% physical. And I just loved how everybody was like, what? Like,
your numbers are a little off.
But I mean, I can dig it. He
was completely right, because
why do you think people talk so much shit when they play basketball? When you do anything,
if I get in your head, it's a wrap.
You know how many times I beat people because of that, and I don't be beating because I be talking shit. I be talking shit.
We ain't even started yet. You about to lose, right?
But then I manipulate you again when you win, and I'm just like, it's cool. It doesn't matter.
Then it's like, oh shit, I went through all that to beat you, and you don't even give up.
Yeah, I just be like,
let's go again.
And I'll be like, okay. If I lose, I don't care.
I don't care. If I win, I'm gonna let you.
But if I win, it's going down because I'm gonna let you know.
It's gonna be a celebration.
It's just a confusion. It's just a
confusion. It's just a confusion.
Like, I don't know if she wanna play.
Well, I'm confused. But they were right. Like, they were the kid. So what brought on this huge moment of like John Madden and the actual Cowboys, I believe, because I know Emmitt Smith for sure was a Cowboy. The other three players, unlike with Space Jam where I knew all the basketball players,
I can't call it either.
I ain't know none of them niggas. I didn't know nobody.
I can't call
but
it
I believe that they were the Cowboys. I believe that the Cowboys were Dallas Cowboys were definitely a huge winning team at the time. And so basically we get to the I forget what part of the movie it is, but kind of like the climax, or just
where everybody about to quit the team.
Yeah, where everybody's like, I'm done. I don't want to play anyway
because Spike got taken. Got taken. It was after my favorite part. My favorite part used to be when I was a kid. Spike don't play with girls. No. Spike don't care. Did you hear? Spike don't play with girls. You mess with Spike, you mess with death.
Yeah. And so, like, just like you said, conveniently, you have these two talented individuals move into the town at the same exact time, and what thank God Icebox and the other boys had an opportunity to bring Devin Siwa I think about JoJo Siwa to bring him Siwa on their team, and along with that, Icebox Becky realizes, oh snap,
I like this dude.
I like him.
And I don't know what the hell is. She was
Like,
like,
what's
Juana man, I
happening?
love you, Juana man.
I love, even though you're a man,
What the hell
you
is
love me,
happening to me?
man. She really was. She was like, Icebox doesn't like boys.
What the hell is
So this
happening to me?
one, like, what is, like, what is happening to me? I'm feeling it
And
in my
because
bones.
she was raised by a single father, she couldn't place those feelings and she didn't know how
Yeah.
to handle it.
Yeah,
And it's
'cause
so
she was,
sad though, because like growing up, you know, when you're not a traditionalized girl like her cousin was, you think like, well, I like what guys like, so why don't guys like me? You know
right,
what I'm saying? But
right.
it's because of social norms that make them feel as if a girl that like the same things that they like, they can't date them because people will make fun of them.
Yep.
And then it makes the girls feel like they can't be their full selves.
Correct.
So they have to choose between what they love versus what they need to do to get who they need to be with. And it's sad. And that
It's
movie is
sad.
a prime example of a girl deciding, am I going to be a girl now and let go of all the things that I love? Or am I going to be this girl and never get to experience kissing?
Yes, because you know that scene, oh my god, like I said, I know I couldn't have been the age that I thought I was when this movie came out and when I saw it, because I remember being a preteen and being like, you know, when we talk about representation, that was representation where it's like, oh my god, I feel the same exact way. Like, I like that boy, but we hoop together, and when I know he only comes over here to play basketball or because I got a rim in my backyard. He doesn't come over here because he likes me. Like, in fact, when we stop dribbling the ball, he talks to me about other girls, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, I wish I was the girl you liked. Like,
and it's sad because it's like boys don't even know how to place that either, because they look at girls that do the things that they do as girls that they can't date because of societal norms.
Like, I thought I just look at you as one of the guys. So I never stripped it down as, you know, that was such a great moment that they showed when, you know, they're seeing like some teenagers kissing, and Becky is like, Icebox is like, I want to be Becky, bro. I want to be Becky. I want to be a girl. I want to see what that be like. And in
but
fact,
it also showed
like,
that maybe she might be you know, it shows the immaturity of boys and that girls mature quicker than boys, because I'm like, how old are they? 5 or 10 or 12? Because
I was like, dang, he is so turned off. Like, he thinks kissing is gross. But then he did have a moment like, well, not like, maybe I don't think kissing is gross. I just think it is
also like, you totally was flirting with my cousin, cleaning off her face and you're blowing the bubbles in her face,
the holes, like
right in my eyeballs though. Like, you know,
give no fuck. But she was so happy that she was getting attention. She was like, I'm okay with this.
But she didn't know the difference until she saw the difference.
She saw the difference. And then and the way he reacted when she was like, what is,
like, nah, girl, you the Icebox. Nah, girl.
Right, yeah, like,
it's you. Guys have told me, oh no, you Chevy. I can't.
Yeah, you
the fuck.
No, right. I talk to you about girls. I don't want you to be my girl. What? Get out of here. Like, and it's true for girls like us growing up, like, I really saw myself and I really saw my journey and the things that I battled constantly in that movie, and it just brought back so many feelings. Like, yes, she's not wrong for none of the feelings that she had. And so this is when I was so incredibly disappointed and always was trying to figure out, is he really that evil? Does he really want to win that bad that he would play onto that? So like, Becky's having that moment of like, I'm done with football. You know, her team is now like, if you stop googly eyeing over Junior, maybe we could get some shit done, because Junior quits. Like, Junior's like,
yeah, he like, man, forget all of this. I'm tired of this.
Like,
I don't think the dad ever realized like what was going on.
No, he had no idea. He's like, I just fucking moved here, bro. I just came because like I needed some friends, and sure, I'll hang out with y'all, and this was fun. Like,
but I don't have time for this either.
But I don't have time for this. So bye, see y'all later. Like, I don't have to be here, you know, and it all just comes crumbling down. And so Becky is like down on herself and rethinking things, and her uncle walks in and just
manipulates her, but also kind of shows his uncle side, but also manipulates the situation to his benefit.
I was having such a hard time trying to see the sincerity in it. Like, okay, I felt like he really did strip down the like football great Kevin O'Shea, chewing gum used car salesman. Like I felt like he really stripped that down. I was like, this your uncle talking to you. Because I think some of the things that she heard were valid. Like
Yes.
you are, he was right. You are more than just a football player. But what such a convenient time to tell her that she's just more than a football player when you know that you're trying to beat your brother.
Right. So it was manipulation.
Because you see that he actually has a chance because he had Junior, although he didn't know Junior had left and they had all this going on, but he definitely took advantage of that moment.
Yes, he did.
And it just was like, is he really that evil?
Right. Yeah. And I didn't know. I mean, and it was like, but I think it were very pivotal moments that showed that he wanted to win and he wanted to play, but he wasn't evil.
Yeah, he wasn't evil. Yeah.
Even with what happened with Junior when Spike's dad tried to get him to injure him, it was like he's not an evil guy. He's just they're losers, and there's a difference between losers and winners. And I can't fuck with the losers. You know what I'm saying?
He's just more of a realist. Like, I'll do what it takes to win, but cheating,
not that,
playing dirty, not that. I won't do those things.
Yeah.
You know, because even though he was spying on his brother and seeing what he was working with, I don't think he ever had intentions of like really stealing Junior, because when Spike comes to town and we realize, you know, they're like brand new. So his father doesn't know. He knows of Kevin O'Shea, but he doesn't know.
But also that's weird though. Like, shouldn't he have that was real cards, too. Football cards?
But then I think it goes back to that point you made in the beginning that Kevin O'Shea has always been playing up his story.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he won the Heisman Trophy, but you also got to think about, okay, this is the 90s. When they were younger, they definitely was giving off, like I said, the early football days. So you got to remember, they used to listen to the radio. Like, they even alluded to it.
I just cleared it up though.
What?
He never went to the NFL. Heisman Trophy is what you win in college. I forgot.
That's all.
That's why don't nobody really know who he is.
That's why and that's why his legacy is only in that town, because of course we're going to be proud of our hometown hero.
Right, but you didn't do anything actually.
But you didn't really do anything.
No, he didn't do anything actually.
You like in the whole big wide world. Because let's say Spike,
there's a lot of people win the Heisman Trophy and don't do nothing.
For real. Let's say Spike's dad was somebody who probably used to live in Urbania and moved and came back, because it looks like he was maybe a military man. He moved, came back with his kid, and he's like, I know of this legend. And he even like, hold on, like, I'm taller than you. I would have thought that you'd be bigger. You're a football player. Like, what?
Right.
You know, right. But he was so excited to meet, you know, like Dingbat, just excited to meet a celebrity that he just went with it.
Hey, Toya.
Yes.
I have to pee. You about to run his live.
Oh, shoot.
I'm going down.
What should I do? Give me an idea. Oh, no, she just left me. She just left me with nothing. Bruh. Well, I guess I'll let me see. What can I talk about? I could talk about like, oh, so Chevy had this question. She just bounced. Yeah, she just dipped on me. I could talk about all the sports movies that like changed my life. So probably like Little Giants changed my life in terms of confirming that you can be a girl and you can play sports and you can be dope AF, right? Space Jam just sooner or later just letting me know as well, like, basketball is the best sport in the whole wide world. Everybody loves it. It's a reason why MJ is MJ, the big 2-3. Like, he is the basketball god, GOAT of all time, you know, GOAT, greatest of all time type vibes. And then I would probably say the next movie that truly changed my life in terms of like sports film during my adolescence or like young adulthood would be Love and Basketball. And I know that, you know, that is me too. I agree. Like, I know that Love and Basketball has its things now, you know, now that we're adults and we look back and we see I don't know how to put it, like just the story of it all, you know, the things that her character accepted from what was that boy's name? Omar Epps' character. But yeah, it's some problematic stuff, right? But I think like the core of it, the story that it was trying to tell, in the sense of like being a young Black girl that wants to play ball and that's all you care about. Because I could tell you right now, like, just like anybody else that loves something, when girls when a girl is athletic and plays a sport, whether it's cheerleading, whether it's some type of like gymnastics, whether it's some tennis, like when we play a sport and we're good and we're young, we love it. And we are willing to do so many things in order to just like have it, right? Hey, I was just telling the people about all the basketball movies that just like transform my life. Talking about Love and Basketball. Yeah, Love and Basketball was definitely a game changer for little girls that wanted to play ball, for real. But then as you get older, you on your fuck Quincy. Like, fuck Quincy. Yes, that was his name. Like, I don't like him. Real talk.
I don't frequent that film.
Yeah, you don't. One day.
No.
Never day. Nope. Never a day. Now we done spit.
Never. I know. We're our other selves now.
It is what it is. But
where was we? Becky going through the change.
So Becky going through the change. Not the change that we all know today, but
I don't know. I think she might have been going through that change.
I mean, as an adult, you have to like look at it like,
I think she was going through the change.
What she did was
one of them days that I got
no, for real, because you got to remember, she didn't have her mama around, so
right,
those emotions and those things that were happening inside her, she had nobody to talk to, so she went to her auntie, and then her auntie being
and you know, they didn't even show that scene.
Huh?
They didn't even show that
they
scene,
didn't.
Though.
So it makes me feel like the aunt was kind of a simple woman and was like, I'll let you make the decision, but if you are feeling, you know how when you venting and the other person is just listening and they hear where you're going with this, like it's like when you answer your own question, like you just needed somebody, you just need to hear yourself out loud.
Right.
This is a decision that you wanted to make. You just were unsure and you just need somebody to be like, yeah, try it.
Right.
And I think she probably just just said it like, I should just be a cheerleader. Maybe boys will like me then. And then she
girl, if you want a little outfit, they downstairs,
I got some extra cheerleading outfits. Like, and she probably wasn't like be a cheerleader. She was probably just like, go home, try it on. Like, because there's a scene where she's putting on red lipstick and her dad busts in, she tries to wipe it off and she plays it up like, no, it was a red lollipop, like, But
I also feel like she didn't understand her place and her feelings. And so she tried to hide her own feelings when in actuality, everybody knew you was a girl, but you. So you know what I'm saying?
You're Icebox. You the one that go by Icebox. You the one who drive around with a skull and bones on your helmet. You're the one that has used your intimidation and certain tactics. Like,
and you can't say it's because she only deal with boys because she got 2 girl cousins.
Yeah.
So it's not a like, oh, I don't see it. Oh, I'm not around it.
It was there. And you could tell that they were a family, although Danny and Kevin weren't like.
No, but they were very close. They were very close family. They're very close knit.
For sure. Like that love was for sure there. So
yeah. Now, my favorite part of Becky going through the change is when she tripped up the stairs. I
can't tell you how many. Remember when Joe Biden tripped up the stairs a couple of times, and then I remember we was all laughing in our group message. Why did I go downstairs and come back upstairs and fell going up the stairs just the same exact way? I'm like, that's what I get. That's what I get. That's
But
what I get. I love that. I loved that.
I wonder if it was on purpose or if that's the take they had and that's the take they used.
I think that was the take that they had because there's nothing. You know how directors are. You know how directors are. You know how they are. Yep, we keeping that. We keeping that.
That was perfect. Oh my gosh, it showed her frustration.
That was perfect. Just like Michael Jackson. Just look over your shoulders, honey. Barry Gordy said, "Keep it." Keep it.
He couldn't, child. He couldn't stop. My mom was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god."
Oh, Joe. Oh, because if you come back tumbling, oh gosh,
shut up.
We didn't want that to be the thing to take you out, Joe. You're old, man. You're old.
Oh my god. So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Who was your favorite giant?
Oh my god, that is such a good question. Man, it's between Jake and Rad Tad. Like,
yes, Rad Tad,
you know,
definitely
my god, Rad Tad. He just was. He's that kid that when they were younger, they were small and scrawny and always wanted to be better. And then they have those glow ups.
Yes,
Rad Tad reminds me of the kid that was like funny looking, just, it's like, oh, he has beautiful hair, he has beautiful eyes, and he's a cute kid, but he's just like
sweet.
And then it's just like he turns 13 and the mustache comes in and the deep voice come in and it's like, oh,
and it gets height on him.
Get the height on him, and it's like, and then the hair's still there and the blue eyes are still there, and it's like, Tad. Like,
girl.
You feel me?
You mad. I just thought he was so precious.
I thought he was so adorable. He just wanted the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, we can do this. We can do this. My favorite part is him like getting ready and he's like doing his pull-up. He's doing his pull-ups.
And
he switch over to one
top
arm.
Of the chair.
My man got books on top of a chair, on top of a crate, and he not no resistance. You're not working nothing out. And then of course, like Jake, it's just Jake. He had the funniest moments. So he was the little
intimidation. I use them for antacid, but we're gonna use them for intimidation.
What you talking about, mama?
So don't you be talking about my mama.
He just had something in him.
Yes.
And it was good.
He's like, my therapist says I need to get out more.
I get it.
But his mama had it in her too.
His mama had it in her too, bro. And like I said, I love the involvement of the parents, bro. And so like the big moment is here. Spike is put back on the Cowboys because we find out the dad figures it out. Mm-hmm. That's not
like, I'm in Pee-wee hell. Spike is in Pee-wee hell.
Spike knew, he was looking around like,
yeah, like this ain't
I
it.
I don't know shit about
this. Is not giving what it's supposed to be gay. It is not giving what it's supposed to give.
It's not doing what it's supposed to give. What are y'all? Who are y'all? What is this?
This ain't it.
This ain't it. I don't like it. And so it happens. It's like, all right, tomorrow's the day. We don't have Icebox. We just lost Spike. We still did Junior come back yet?
No.
Junior has not come back. Oh, it's really a wrap.
Yes, and then John Madden. And then Rad Tad finds John Madden and they teach them about
Tad was football. On training wheels, was he not? Was his bike on training wheels? I think he was on training wheels.
Yes, driving in the middle of the street.
See, when we talk about people, just adorable. Just like, it's like, I remember when you was on training wheels. Now look at you, 6'1". Just
girl, get your life.
I'm sorry, my bad. I just love a good glow up. Let me let you meet my daughter. But yeah, they meet John Madden. This is at the height. This is probably when nobody like. This is when Madden '94 probably like.
Yeah, this is like,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
this is when
Dallas
everybody knew who
Cowboys.
Madden was.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the business, and the professional players come and help out the little giants and tell them like, "Yo, bro, y'all can do it.
telling
Y'all
him
can do it."
about intimidation,
And
about
it's mental, not totally physical.
and
Like
about how you just got to get out there.
you just
You
gotta.
got to stick together. You got to be a
Mhm.
team, and if you win, you win. And everybody on my team wasn't the
Yeah.
most desirable, but you know
Mhm.
what?
We made it
They
work.
won a Super Bowl ring too.
Hey, you feel me? And so and it is the thing that ignited them like, oh wow, we
And I just
did
wish
have a chance.
Icebox and Junior was there for that. And they conveniently kept them out of that moment so their storylines could go the way they went. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah. Because I was like, dang, if Junior and Icebox was
If
there, I can
Icebox
only
was there,
imagine.
she would not have been cheerleading nothing.
Oh, she wouldn't have been cheerleading, not a damn thing,
No,
not a
no.
damn thing. So it's the day. We're at the climax. Like it's the moment. Like it is Saturday. It's the playoffs. It's time.
Yeah.
The whole town's there. Everybody's in attendance. And not only is this like big, the one team that's gonna represent Albania, but now the brothers once again. They haven't spent a lot of time being able to go back and forth with one another, and now
oh my God.
and now they acting like children at the coin toss, acting immature. And now they done what? Now Kevin O'Shea, he done got so beside himself. He didn't
wager
his whole
car dealership. And Danny didn't wager his whole little rundown gas station.
Just run down. Like, do people get gas from here? Like, what happens in this place? Like,
every now and again.
Every now and again,
like
you heard
a damn
ding,
ghost town. Looked like a damn ghost town.
It really was. And so, like we said, Icebox is cheering. Junior does come back. He's there. Devin Sawa comes back. Spike's on the other team, and they getting their ass whooped.
Yeah, I mean, but not super bad though.
Not super bad.
Like, not like by 40. You know what I'm saying? Right, it was a legit like 21.
It was like 21
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. They got them pretty easily, but
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be in my head because I hadn't seen that movie in so long. I thought it was a blowout washout, and I was like,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was 3 touchdowns.
Which, to be perfectly honest, it's very realistic because I used to record Pee Wee's games, and even the teams that were really, really good, and it was very rare that they would blow them out like that, and they would mercy them, and the game would have to be called by halftime. Yeah, it was like that because it's still football. You only got 4 chances, to get that first down. So things would happen. Kids are kids. Mess up plays. And hey, let's remember they only had 2 damn weeks.
Right.
They only had 2 weeks. I mean, it maybe was summer vacation, so they had a little bit more time than usual, but
yeah, and you rarely saw them practice. You saw the little Giants practicing.
Oh, little Giants practice all the time.
Cowboys practice.
They didn't practice at all. They got their jerseys. They had the one little montage. He had the 3 boys at his house when he went out the window.
And that was it.
That was the last time you seen them practice. And then they picked up Spike at the last minute.
But I guess that was to signify that they were the better team. So
yeah, so they felt like they didn't have to practice. Giving me very
much. And maybe not
even
that they didn't have to practice, but that we didn't need to focus on it because we already knew as an audience that they were better. So we already knew that they were probably practicing because they're actually a team.
Yeah, because they're elite.
Right.
And halftime comes and
they like the damn Looney Tunes.
Yep, they
are done. They through. They over it. They arguing again.
I just rather
Devin Sawa is injured by Spike.
Yep, because he playing dirty. His dad got him playing.
His daddy is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He crazy. Glad I caught myself.
He's a wild man. He's a wild man.
Yes, he's just
not
out of his mind.
Not there, which makes me truly believe that he was a military man. He really suffering from some PTSD, not even
probably
Like,
Probably.
for real, made me.
I mean, but no, he definitely was a military man.
Yeah, he definitely was a military.
Look at his haircut. Look at how
The
he was
haircut,
dressed
how
when
he
they met
dressed.
him.
Yeah, very
Yes, he was a military
thin.
man.
Yeah, he
Yes, he
definitely.
was.
And
Yes.
so, yeah, we're at that moment. But John Madden and Emmitt Smith and the professional football player were not there to tell them it's 80% mental and 40% physical. And what,
Now the coach got to be a coach. And what I think he realized, Rick Moranis' character, Danny, realized when he was walking back there after his brother said, just give up. He realized in that moment that I have not been playing. I've been doing these kids a disservice this first half of the game. And I've been trying to beat my brother. But that's not why we started this.
That's not why we started.
And that was my issue with him and his daughter, when his daughter tried to make it seem like it was his fault that she was playing his game, when in essence, he has always let you do what you said you wanted to do.
Joe back. It was your. He was right about that. This was your idea, because they had a moment when she comes home with the cheerleading outfit, like, "Hey, my little fullback," and she's like, "Your little fullback." I'm sick and tired of being.
Yeah, when she tripped up them stairs, I was like, "Girl, that's what you get." Because why you mad at him? What the hell you want from him?
Right. He just doing what you put him on the spot.
Yeah, he don't want to be calling you that. He letting you do what you say you want to do. And the reason why he wasn't there at tryouts in the first place is because, you know what, your uncle brought you and he didn't even pick you for the goddamn team.
He didn't.
And that's because that's something
that
Danny was there.
Danny was there at the end of the tryouts.
He came later. Yeah, but if she got there, how did she get there? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that means that was their thing. That was their thing that they had together.
It sure damn was. Because he was there just to pick her up.
Correct.
He was just there to pick her up and take her home.
That was her area of her life that he wasn't really involved in. He didn't understand it because he doesn't understand football.
Uncle Kevin is going to take me. I'm riding with Uncle Kevin.
This is the thing that you and your Uncle Kevin have, so I'm going to let you do it. And that's why he was so mad at his brother for not picking her, because it's your fault she playing this damn sport anyway. So anyway, bringing it back, all the way back.
It's halftime.
Rick Moranis realized that the first half of the game, he was not playing for the kids. They were not playing because they just wanted to play. Because remember, he just said, we just want to play. We don't care if we win. And when he came into that locker room, he realized that he was going to have to change his strategy. Because he did want to win, because he put some shit on the line that he shouldn't have.
He did.
But also that he had to let these kids know, like, he had those realizations. Like, I've been living in my brother's shadow, but why? Not because my brother forced me to, because I gave up.
And I just stayed there. And I thought that was, I thought that was all the best I could do, because that's what people told me. That's what people expected of me. And naturally it's what I started to expect of myself.
And that's the difference between little giants and a league of their own. Dottie saw the best in her sister. And she wanted her to be the best version of herself. But because of outside voices, she never saw it. Whereas Danny felt that he wasn't good enough because of the direct speaking of what his brother said about him. And he felt as if the rest of the world agreed. But in essence, the rest of the world did not agree.
Yeah.
And so he just said, okay, well, if my big brother tells me this is all I can be, then this is all I can be.
Yep.
It worked hand in hand. Like, you can either, make your younger sibling feel as if they're nothing, or you can help build them up. And Kevin was so narcissistic that he, instead of wanting his brother to shine in whatever area of his life that he could, or even in the same area,
right,
he couldn't allow for him to do that. And I think in that scene, that's when Danny realized that he could no longer live his life based off what his brother thought about him, because he can beat his brother. He just he could have been a football player.
Yeah, I have before. Like, wow, I do remember this one time. Like, I remember this one time where, like, I beat my brother.
And then now everybody started to tell their stories about how they beat their brothers.
And how it's like it comes to this big culminating moment where it's like it just takes one. Just one. And actually, this is our one. Like, let's fucking do it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
let's
I
do it.
mean, I think
And
should I wait to say the quote later or should I say it now?
you should say it later. Say it later.
Okay. Okay.
Since we kind of set up the context of it.
Okay. All right.
And so they're pumped. They're ready. Like everybody has shared their story. Everybody's like, whoa, like I'm starting to believe. Let's do this. Like, you know, I could only again, we don't know what's going on the Cowboys side because again, man, they over there like, let's just wrap this on up.
And also because it's called Little Giants.
And it's called like it ain't called Little Cowboys, it ain't called Big Cowboys, it ain't called Kevin O'Shea's. It is called Little Giants. So they go back out there and it happens. They putting in their 80% mental.
And when he told that little boy that, he was like, what? The reaction was still the same, and I just loved that.
It was just the best. They put the acid like stomach pills in their mouth to let the drool come out, and they grossed them out. They use all of their quirky skills that they have to, you know, they take advantage. They take what they have, the so-called misfits, and they use the skills that they have been practicing for the last 2 weeks, and they use it against the Cowboys, right?
And I guess Davin Sawa character don't get injured till right about now because
actually,
that's why Icebox came back, right?
Once she saw her bae was hurt. Because that hurt her feelings. She like, wow, really?
Yeah, but that messed Kevin up too. And Kevin was just like, you know, we don't play games like that.
We don't do that. We don't.
And I like to see how, you know, even though he didn't want his niece on his team, when he saw her come out there, the daddy came like, who is that? Oh, that's my niece, and she pissed because you just pissed her off because of what you did.
What you did. So now look what you done started. Damn.
Yeah, and I can't say nothing or do nothing about it because I mean, she ain't wrong. Like she ain't wrong.
She's technically on the team. She has the right to come off out of the like. Baby girl went and grabbed her shoulder pad. She didn't even take off her skirt. She just put on the cleats.
And I also think that was like a metaphor or whatever for like having the best of both worlds. You can be both. You can do both.
Yes. Yes. In fact, I possibly had said that when you walked away, like that's what her character represented for me. Like, it's okay to be a girl who likes to play sports because that's what you are. You're just a girl that likes to play sports. Boys don't have to play sports. Like anytime a boy is not into sports, we're just like, what? You don't like basketball? No.
Yeah, I have a cousin who tall as hell, and he didn't play no sports, and we all just be like, shame.
This is just a shame. You wasted all that height. What you fall for? Concerts. What you talk for? Women like that. Women like tall men. Straight women like tall men. Like typically, like there's other reasons my height works for me, not just to bounce a basketball or play some type of sport. And so, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing that I believe for women as well. Like it's okay for girls to like sports, enjoy sports, play sports, because it's that too. Like you can be a coach, you can be a player, you can be all of these things. And I love that moment, you know, like, yes, just like you said, she kept the skirt on. She dropped the pom-poms, but she kept the skirt on. My favorite part is her dad's like, Becky, what are you doing, Becky? She's like, call me Icebox.
And then
Junior's like, Icebox, you're back. She's like,
call me Becky.
Call me Becky.
I said, girl, you don't get your life.
She was gonna get him. She was gonna get him if it was the last.
But this is my question though. What is she gonna do when daddy and mama become stepmama?
So what we didn't tell y'all is so conveniently that Junior, because they ran up on Junior first, so then they go to Junior's house, like, you know, good town people do. You know, you go to the house, so you talk to the parents, and come to find out the mother of this cute little boy, or great quarterback, is what's her name again? I'm sorry,
Peggy.
Patty. it is, in fact, Danny's childhood crush.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they're both like, no, you ring the doorbell. No, you ring the doorbell. No, you gotta say something. No, you gotta be the first person to say something. Becky being smart, ring the doorbell, dipped. And now we have that moment. So like now we're here at the end of the movie. You already know the little giants do what all they had to do to score, to play. They knew what they needed to do because they, unlike Kevin, unlike the Cowboys, they underestimated the little giants. They underestimated that in that 2 weeks, they knew things, they learned things, and they were able to play that on y'all because y'all were just surprised that they had the capabilities to run up and down the field and to know what was even happening, right? And so they played up. And remember, John Madden was talking to the little young boy, the assistant coach, about the annexation of New Mexico.
Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico. So he gave him the little, the little play or whatever.
Yeah, he helped him. Yeah.
Yep. And Patty came down like a true, like just
ride or die,
and was like, Danny, do you remember that one play? You know your brother. You know
trying to relive his glory days. His glory days is what got him messed up.
Yep. And so you already know what he about to do. So let's play on that. And that's what they did. And so they were able to figure it out and then turn around and also score. And Little Giants win, and everybody's
win
happy.
The game, and it's a beautiful moment, and we're so happy for everyone. But then Danny, being the bigger of the brothers, decides that, because what I hate about the people who are assholes, like in movies that make it so hard for a person that doesn't deserve it, they always want to be like, well, I'll just cower into my hole and never come out again because now I'm the loser. But the loser never did that. They lived their life. They had a job. They did what they were supposed to do. They never did that. And he was just like, well, I mean, you ain't gonna take my business, but you can have a team, you can have the players, and it's just like, but come on, man, we're brothers,
right?
Like, why you still trying to be like that after all of this? What I'm trying to make you understand is you're my brother. Yes, brought the whole town out. Got these kids to feel confident about themselves. Got these kids to understand and humble themselves because that's what happened with the Cowboys. That's what happened with Spike. That's what happened with him.
I love
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why can't you just say we can come together and we can do this together as brothers? Because see, you told me I couldn't play football. That may have never been true. You never gave me that opportunity, but I love how he got him to keep his word.
He did. Excuse me, he did.
And saying basically, oh, you can have your car dealership, but you're gonna change that.
You're gonna change that sign. I'm gonna hold you to something, bro. And the legacy will live on.
Right.
The way it was supposed to, because I don't know why he said what he said, but maybe it goes to what we was talking about. Just like when he checked Spike's dad about, we don't play like that. We don't get down like that. We want to win, but not like that. Oh, Becky, maybe you're beautiful. No, you're not. It's like, you're beautiful. You do have more to bring to this world than just football. Like you're more than just a football player. And that was that moment. Like he did have just that slither of like humanity, right? And kindness. And they turned the water tower to the O'Shea brothers, the home of the O'Shea brothers, Urbania. And you're right though, like he's not evil, he's not evil. He's not evil. He's not evil.
He's just he's short-sighted. He's one.
Yeah.
It's all about him.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, in a world like that, you can get blinded by the light and think that you have more than what you really do, and become this person. I mean, because he still had following, he still had backers. The Cowboys, backed his team. You know what I'm saying? Gave him professional equipment for his kids, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he didn't have support. It's not like he didn't still have connections. It's not like he still didn't have clout to chase. But I feel like at the age it was dwindling. And, you know, no, you know what? That wasn't even his clout. The mayor did that for him.
The mayor did do that for
That.
him.
Yeah, that wasn't even his clout.
That's
So
how
he
this
was.
all got started in the first place. The
Mm-hmm.
mayor's like, yeah, I got everything settled out, but there's 2 teams, not one. And what the hell is your brother doing? You need to put him in check. Because
Right.
I can't get this deal with us if your brother over there talking about I got a team.
Right.
And that's when we were talking about the whole like he got caught off guard because
Yeah.
Becky just threw him into it, like, please, you know,
Right.
he'll do anything. But no, for real, how because they're adults. So if they want to have a relationship, now we're talking about Peggy and Danny, if they want to have a relationship, they can, right? Are we gonna just we've been liking each other for a very long time. We've been kind of waiting for this moment. I don't think it's gonna stop with this little victory kiss, right?
No.
But our kids like each other. Well, my daughter likes your son, you know.
He like her too.
I believe he liked her too. I think they would have probably just okay, their parents not having a relationship, right? They would have been the besties that dated, got serious in middle and high school, and then like
No, but their parents are gonna get married. So that's we 86.
Come on, man. This is a wrap. Like y'all
Yeah,
brothers.
it's a wrap. So, any final thoughts about this particular sports film?
Not in particular. Not like off the top of my head. I can't think of anything.
Well, what are your thoughts about sports films in general? Like, you know, just
Uh,
like since we've been watching these sports films,
yeah.
what have you taken away from them?
Man, they just like the musicals, you find out that they have their story tropes too, you know, the rivalries, the sibling things, you know, like we discussed this a little earlier, like the people always know each other, the small hometown heroes. I believe that the whole point is to be relatable, you know, and to incite inspiration in people, from the people that you expect to not achieve anything, right? All the way to the elite athletes and stars that sometimes need to be brought down off their pedestals. Like, and it's those tough lessons, which is why I believe that people or Americans, we put so much into sports, especially on children and kids, because it teaches a lot of those lessons. You know, I have to say that a lot of my social skills and a lot of the things I learned about how to treat adults and a lot of things about being a team player, the good and the bad, I got from my time playing sports. It's I think Dwayne Wade had this quote, or he didn't have the quote, but this saying was like his slogan about the whole idea of, you fall down 7, but you get up 8, because every time you fall down, you got to get back up. And that always used to confuse me because the wording seemed weird, like 7, 8. But I was like, oh, because if you got knocked down 7 times and you didn't get up 7 times, and I mean you stayed down. And so sports just teach a huge lesson. So it just makes sense that all sports stories are like this, the misfits and the star gets knocked off and is a drunk and comes back and finds something in these group of women that he never thought he would. The dad who just like totally just like messed up his whole family's life, but try to find a way back to what makes sense through a sport, because like most, it's a simple thing. It's a simple idea, right? With us Americans, with trying to live through sport, but it really is a part of our legacy. Like Americans, like it's really a part of our legacy. And so I really enjoy watching all these movies. Like it's fun because it's just a good old story. Like always, like. And you can tell just about any story: love, sibling rivalries, like deeper issues with what's going on in society and, societal norms and things of that such. And so I think like sport is a really great way to integrate like some of life's hardest lessons.
Okay. All right. Okay, girl.
Yes, Stacy.
Okay, girl.
Okay. It is.
I mean, I didn't play sports, so
yeah, and which also still shows that you could get a lot of those things from other places too. Like you don't have to play a sport.
I tried to be on a swim team, but they was trying to make me do a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want to do. So I was like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not, but also I got bad hand-eye coordination, so that's not my area where I live. I'm not a sports person.
Yeah.
Not a
but that doesn't
girl.
But again, what we realized, because much like Kevin O'Shea, some of us, hey man, my legacy was high school, bro. I made it in the newspaper a few times. Like I tried out for Eastern Michigan basketball team. I won an intramural championship when I was in college, like with our little sport. That's a smaller league in sports. That's where my sport legacy, it just kind of ends right there. But I'm still a lover of basketball. I gotten more into football. I got into softball late in my high school career. Like I can still there's something on the other side. But when I just keep talking about, oh man, in one time I scored 23 points. I hit the game winning shot. Like, okay, that's great. That's a fun moment. But I have long lasting friendships from my high school friends that I played ball with and stuff, and so many fun memories of that. My coach, like those things that she used to nail in my head, that like sometimes they still ring some of the things that she used to tell me on the court. Like it's crazy how much of that stuff that was on the court applied into real life. Which, that's why I wanted to be a coach for so long. Because I wanted to have that influence the way that she did for me. And it's true. They really do. Coaches do deserve more credit for that, especially outside of schools. Because typically your coaches are who the gym teachers, the phys ed teachers are. But those people who dedicate themselves to Pee Wee teams and all those leagues outside of schools, they do deserve like way more credit than they get. And that's real.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, let's
I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that sports movies have died down over the years, and why? If you think they do. If not, then
I would say that they have, because much like the American society, we go wherever the cash is, like we go to whatever is the big bang. We don't have a lot of movies like that anymore, unless it's like a Disney film. Like I heard a lot of people talking some good reviews about, what is that man's name? The attractive Uncle Jesse. What's his real name?
John Stamos.
Yeah, John Stamos. He's a coach for the girls basketball team. And I guess it's like a new Disney movie. And I heard people talking about it, and it's a cute movie. But yeah, you don't see that no more. That's why they're making such a big deal about it, because that doesn't happen anymore. And I think it's because it's something that, it's what you're talking about. Like, a lot of kids just don't get out and play no more. Just the way kids are set up. Like when you go over to a kid's house, it's not a lot of kids that just have basketballs and footballs and hockey gear and tennis rackets, and they're on the, man. I follow the YouTube basketball community. So it's basically YouTubers who play video games, and then they try to go out in real life and play ball. And they've played so much video games, and they've achieved and done so great with that they think it relate like over.
Like when I used to watch Rocket Power, and I thought
you thought you could go out and skateboard, like, because you thought it was that damn easy, because they made it look that damn easy, and your ass got out there and you realize the shit was hard. It was hard. And that's what, and I think that that's what our kids, you know what I'm saying? The younger side of the millennials and the Gen Z, they playing too much NBA Live and Madden
Or
and
like
and
play
and,
Guitar Hero and you think
and
you can play a
Guitar Hero, right?
guitar.
You think that you can play the guitar, and they ass get out there, and it's like, oh, like I can't press back left button to boost up my energy. Like, no, you gotta
No.
train and practice for real.
No, that's funny because that reminds me of an episode of South Park when they started playing Guitar Hero. So Stan's dad came downstairs and saw them playing Guitar Hero, and he's like, y'all want to learn this song? I can teach you how to play on the guitar." He brought down his guitar, and they was like, "No, Dad, no, go away, go away." So he was like, "I can play guitar," because he was playing. He's like, he was playing on his guitar, so he got pissed off. And they was asleep one night. And he came down there. He tried to play Guitar Hero. He was like, "Yeah!" He was ready. And then he started playing. And he was like, "What the hell? This is not. What the hell?
What is this? What is this? You know, what is this?"
Oh my God. Sports
Man.
keep getting it more expensive while we're fighting for a living wage.
Oh, yeah. And sports are hella expensive now. So, like I said, if you want to play outside of your school, AAU teams and all these private teams and stuff like that, man, it's going to hit the pockets. It's going to hit the pockets. And because adults are leading these teams and they want their kids to win and have good experiences, everybody can't be on the team. So, you know, it happens. Thank you, GFT Radio. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
What are we doing now? We have.
I guess we can segue into our movie quote. Maybe talk a little bit about our 2020 episodes. I mean, it's we don't need to, you know.
No, we can. Shit.
You're right. You know, definitely.
So, guys, everyone, this is our 20th goddamn episode. And I am so proud of us.
I am so proud of us.
And actually, you know, it is a kind of great segue into this quote. I just feel like because this quote is like, it reminds me of like, you know, how they say there's thousands of Kobe Bryants and LeBron James in your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
But because they weren't consistent or because this, that, and another, they're still in your hometown.
Yeah.
Wait, you got anything to say about the 20th episode before I say that?
Oh man. I'm super proud of us. I couldn't ask for anybody. Like, this is one of those moments where it's like, for real, we took what we used to, and we're still doing it for fun. Like, this is still incredibly fun, which is why we can sit on here for 2 hours and just like talk about fucking Little Giants, bro. We really took something that we used to do for fun, for free, in you and Jarrell's living room, dining room, and drink, and just like we brought it to our, like, we brought it to here. And I just can't believe 20, like, man, I just, for real, this is the longest that I've been committed to something for real like this. And I'm just like happy. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, it's a good thing that we're doing. And I just appreciate everyone who watches us every week, people who support us, everybody that's here right now, just, you know, laughing with us, talking to us. It's really greatly appreciated because, you know, yeah, it's definitely needed. And I definitely appreciate the support. When we first started this out, I was not a Twitch affiliate. I'm a Twitch affiliate now. I would not be a Twitch affiliate without Toya. That's on real. That's on period. That's on per.
That's on that little lamp.
That's on Mary had a little lamp. And you know, we just gonna continue to do this because it's still very fun.
It is.
And guess what? When it's not fun no more, we gonna figure out another way to do it. But hopefully that doesn't happen because Lord,
I can't even imagine that, to be perfectly honest. But we're going to shift however we need to shift.
Yes, we are. And, you know, to end it off, this is the quote from the film. that I thought resonated with me. Even if the Cowboys are better than you guys, even if they beat you 99 times out of 100 times, that still leaves one time. So, what I take from that is, it doesn't matter who's better than you. It doesn't matter how many times you feel down or feel like you're not succeeding or you're not making it or you're not better than the next. All it takes is one time. Just like they say, all it takes is one time to get pregnant. All it takes is one time
That's what.
to make it. One time. But also behind that, consistency. Being consistent and continuing to do something even when nobody believes in you, when nobody sees you, when nobody hears you, when nobody's watching. Because all it takes is one person to see you. All it takes is one person to notice what you're doing. And that quote speaks to so many different things. And I thought it was a great moment in the film. And I'm getting a little talky right now.
So. No, it's perfect. No, it's absolutely perfect. Because for real, like as creators, we've been doing this forever. It feels like forever. You know, what? We've been doing this stuff for the greater part of our adulthood, you know, looking for that one thing. What's that one thing that's going to make it happen for us, right? That's just going to just come so easy to us. And I feel like we're here and we 20 episodes in. We're 20 episodes in. We've watched 20 movies.
20.
Like, I mean,
2 starring Denzel Washington and 2 starring Rick Moranis of all people.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Man. For real, you just need one to fertilize that egg and it's a wrap. And you got one human being following you around for the rest of your life.
So before we leave, let's just tell y'all what's going on in the future. So next week, we are going out of town, you guys. We are going to a secret place and we're doing a secret show while we're there. We're not going to tell you where we're going. We want you to, guess where we're going. Oh, maybe we should drop hints. I don't know. You think we should drop hints on our social media?
Yeah, I like that idea. We can just be dropping little hints. Like, where you think we going? Where you think we going? Like,
so next week we'll do something on next Thursday. I don't know if we're gonna run a rerun or something like that, but we're gonna do something. We're not gonna be live, but we're gonna do something on Twitch at 8 p.m. normal time. Then the first week of May, we are going to do a special episode, probably on maybe that Tuesday, but we don't know. So you guys if you're not following, if you're lurking right now and you're not following, and you're wondering why, there's a reason why you should follow us. This is why, because we're not telling you when we're going live the first week of May. We're going live and we're just going to go live and we're going to tell you where we are. We're going to drop some movie news. We're going to come in for a minute, do some stuff, show you where we at, and then we're going to be dipping out. You know what I'm saying? So please, if you're not following Chevy the Superstar, please follow and turn on the notifications. So when we drop that live, you're right here with us so you can know what's going on. After the first week of May, I was about to say November, the first week of May, we will be back live that second week of May talking about some types of movie. I don't know if he said Disney or blockbusters or something, but we're going to be doing something. So
we'll let y'all know. We'll probably let you know when we're in the secret location, like what we've come up with.
Yes, and we'll let you know the first movie we're watching. So if you guys want to watch it with us and put your opinions and your comments in the chat, then you can do that. Also, just follow the YouTube channel because we're about to start doing something special with that too, which I haven't even told Toya yet, but we're going to talk about it offline.
So I just go with it. I just do whatever. I don't care. I'm with it.
So please follow me at Chevy the Superstar on Twitch, S the Superstar on Instagram and Twitter, and follow our YouTube channel, 2 Snaps in a Circle, on the YouTube. I don't know. I say YouTube channel. Okay.
Yep.
And then Toya's now is going to tell you her stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me at Latoya Coates on the IG. And there is where you can find everything that I'm involved with from books we should have read all the way to Darker Than Blue and my Misfitted Academics family. Again, I'm just, I'm gonna figure it out what Twitch for Point of View Finder is gonna look like. But in the meantime, follow Point of View Finder on Instagram. And yeah, man, we got so much going on. Like, please follow us on Two Snaps in the Circle on our YouTube, because helps with the algorithm, y'all. Come on now.
Yes, it does. It does. And we will just like to send a special shout out to everybody who was in the chat today. Clark Node, Bash Weiser, Rail 7, and thank you, Rail 7, I can't never say his name. Right. For subscribing to the channel. Thank you, Stacy, for coming in to the chat. Thank you, GFT Radio, for coming to the chat. And guys, don't forget that I am live on GFT Radio on Twitch and Facebook next Wednesday at 9 p.m. to discuss the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So be there for that, for real, for real. And just thank you all for being here, being real, being down, being
right. Let's go some more 90s. Being
down, being with it, being on point.
Right. Because we the bomb, the bomb diggity.
On that note, guys, this has been Two Snaps and a Circle. And we out.
Bye.